they had a recording of Meek and Diddy
making love.
Ew.
I don't know if it was love.
Okay, you have it? Let's hear it.
Sean Diddy Combs, one of hip-hop's most iconic figures, has found himself at the center of a scandal that blends fame, power, and criminal accusations in a narrative that has gripped both the public and media attention. Known for his business empire, chart-topping hits, and larger-than-life persona, Diddy's fall from grace has been a gradual yet shocking journey. This scandal is far from the typical celebrity drama. It is now deeply entangled with criminal charges, wiretaps, leaked audio, and courtroom showdowns, creating a perfect storm for a true crime tale. The layers of the case have only thickened with the recent surfacing of audio, further complicating his legal battle and raising important questions about his past and present dealings. The lawsuit and sexual assault allegations. At the heart of this scandal lies a complex web of lawsuits, each revealing more concerning details about the music mogul's actions. One of the most recent cases to emerge is a lawsuit accusing Diddy's son, Christian Holmes, of sexual assault. The suit claims that the assault occurred on Diddy's private yacht, a place that many have come to associate with his lavish lifestyle and extravagant parties. Although Diddy himself is not accused of committing the assault, he is named in the lawsuit for allegations of liability and aiding and abetting. The lawsuit has brought even more attention to the dark side of Diddy's empire, and the public is left questioning how much influence and control he may have exerted over his son's actions. The case took an even more disturbing turn when a key piece of evidence surfaced: a recording from a makeshift studio on the yacht where the alleged assault took place. This recording reportedly features the accuser claiming that she was forced to consume a tequila shot, which she feared was laced with drugs. In the chilling audio, the accuser explains how she felt coerced into participating in a dangerous and compromising situation. This piece of evidence, coupled with the other elements of the lawsuit, paints a harrowing picture of what might have transpired behind closed doors on the yacht. Both Diddy and his son have denied all allegations and vehemently assert their innocence. The legal battle, however, continues to build momentum, with Diddy's defense team working tirelessly to challenge the accusations. For those following the case, the release of the audio and the ensuing media coverage have only served to amplify the already intense scrutiny surrounding Diddy's name. The audio leaks, the role of technology in exposing secrets. As the legal proceedings continue, another troubling development has emerged: a series of leaked audio recordings. These leaks have thrown gasoline on an already raging fire, adding fuel to the growing public and media speculation about Diddy's actions. One of the most significant leaks occurred when audio recordings of Diddy's private conversations were leaked to the press. While the authenticity of these recordings has not been fully verified, many believe them to be genuine, adding a new layer of complexity to the case. In one of the more shocking leaks, the voice of a well-known figure, possibly Diddy himself, can be heard in the background discussing the events surrounding the allegations. The conversation sheds light on his possible knowledge of the events leading up to the assault. This leak has proven to be pivotal in fueling the growing narrative of Diddy's potential complicity in the scandal. The new audio revelations have only complicated the narrative, and now questions of complicity, liability, and moral culpability weigh heavily on the case. Moreover, in this same recording, there are discussions about the presence of high-profile figures at some of Diddy's infamous parties. The mention of stars like Meek Mill and Beyoncé, both of whom have had long-standing associations with the mogul, has further amplified the public's curiosity. In an unintended twist, a separate leak revealed an audio clip of Beyoncé speaking candidly about her experiences at Diddy's parties. where she admits to regularly attending his events. Her words, though seemingly casual, have sparked a wave of controversy, as she mentions that attendees participated voluntarily. According to Beyoncé, anyone who suffered harm during these events did so as a result of their own decisions. These comments have led to widespread debate about her potential involvement in the activities surrounding Diddy's circle, and what her role might have been in relation to the accusations. The release of these recordings has shaken both Diddy's reputation and the broader entertainment industry. Public figures who were once close to him now find themselves under a microscope, forced to reckon with the impact of their associations. This digital era, with its ability to capture and disseminate information, has turned what might have been a private matter into a public spectacle. What was once hidden behind closed doors is now being scrutinized and dissected in the public eye. Diddy's emotional collapse and mental struggles. As the legal and media pressure mounts, reports have emerged suggesting that Diddy's mental health has taken a significant toll. In September of 2024, Diddy was arrested on serious federal charges, including racketeering and conspiracy. According to the indictment, the charges involve allegations of abuse, threats, coercion, and a range of other criminal acts. This moment in Diddy's life marked the beginning of a major personal crisis, as he faced the possibility of long-term incarceration. Sources close to Diddy have reported that the musician experienced an emotional breakdown during his time at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where he was initially held for observation due to mental instability. In an attempt to regain his composure, Diddy turned to deep meditation and breathing exercises, tools he used to help calm his racing thoughts and emotionally turbulent state. The reports paint a picture of a man struggling to come to terms with the immense legal and personal challenges he now faces. However, other sources close to the mogul have dismissed these claims of an emotional meltdown, instead asserting that Diddy has remained resilient throughout the ordeal. Despite the significant pressure surrounding his legal battles, these sources contend that Diddy is steadfast in his defense and continues to maintain control over his empire. The reality, however, may be more nuanced. The contrast between his once glamorous lifestyle, where he was celebrated as one of the richest and most influential figures in entertainment, and his current, more subdued existence behind bars, paints a striking image of a man whose life has been irrevocably altered by the weight of his legal woes. The rise and fall of a mogul. A legacy in jeopardy. The charges against Diddy, coupled with the increasing number of lawsuits and allegations, have forced the public to reevaluate his career and legacy. For decades, Diddy was the face of success, power, and influence in the music industry. He built a business empire that spanned record labels, fashion, film production, and more, establishing himself as an untouchable force in the entertainment world. His influence on hip-hop and pop culture was undeniable, and his brand, both as a performer and a mogul, became synonymous with luxury, excess, and celebrity. However, the current wave of accusations has cast a long shadow over his once untouchable image. The serious allegations against him paint a much darker picture, one of manipulation, coercion, and criminal conduct. While he once commanded respect and admiration in Hollywood and beyond, Diddy's empire now seems vulnerable, and his name, once associated with success, is being increasingly tied to scandal and criminal activity. The lawsuits against Diddy, which began with accusations of abuse and sexual misconduct, have continued to accumulate. Legal expert Tony Busby, who represents several victims in these lawsuits, has made it clear that he plans to file additional claims against Diddy. Busby's firm is racing to meet a March 1st deadline, the last day under New York law for victims of past sexual assault to file civil suits. This deadline has added urgency to the case, as more women come forward to claim they were victimized by Diddy's actions. The allegations extend back to the early days of Diddy's career in the 1990s. In fact, many of the accusations regarding drugging and sexual abuse date back to his time as a burgeoning mogul in the hip-hop scene. These revelations have led many to wonder whether the signs of Diddy's alleged behavior were always there, concealed beneath the surface of his fame and success. Former associates and colleagues from the early days of his career have been questioned, with many now grappling with their own complicity in the culture of power and excess that Diddy cultivated. The legal labyrinth. The stakes and impact of Sean Diddy Combs' case. The case of Sean Diddy Combs, one of the most prominent figures in the entertainment industry, has captivated both the public and legal circles alike. A saga that intertwines power, fame, and scandal. Combs' legal struggles have become a true spectacle, one that continues to evolve as it makes its way through the courts. As more details emerge, the narrative surrounding his arrest, the allegations against him, and the surrounding controversies are increasingly difficult to ignore. Legal experts, public observers, and even fellow celebrities have been watching closely, as each new piece of evidence or leaked information adds another layer of complexity to this high-profile case. A tumultuous legal journey. The allegations surrounding Combs are as extensive as they are disturbing. At the center of these allegations is the claim that Combs used his power and influence within the entertainment industry to coerce, manipulate, and exploit women, subjects that have drawn significant public attention. According to prosecutors, the accusations against Combs span multiple criminal acts, from sex trafficking to racketeering, and they paint a chilling picture of a man whose empire was built not just on business acumen, but, allegedly, on the backs of those he exploited for personal gain. This saga began to take shape when federal prosecutors unveiled charges against Combs. They allege that he operated a criminal enterprise through his iconic record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. This empire, which once represented success and luxury, is now accused of being a cover for some of the most egregious forms of abuse. These claims suggest that Combs used his vast resources to traffic women and male sex workers, transporting them across state lines to engage in recorded sexual performances. The scale of these actions is nothing short of staggering, with prosecutors revealing that the abuse allegedly spanned years, involving numerous women and a complex web of individuals complicit in his alleged criminal activities. One of the most significant elements of the case is the sheer scale of its reach. The indictment includes 3 distinct counts related to the trafficking and exploitation of women. Prosecutors allege that Combs and his associates orchestrated what were known as freak-offs, highly organized events in which women were reportedly flown in from across the country, often under the pretext of business opportunities or career advancement, only to be coerced into participating in sexual encounters that were secretly filmed. These encounters were then used to further control the women involved, with Combs allegedly wielding these videos as leverage to ensure compliance. The role of illicit substances at the heart of these disturbing allegations lies an even darker reality: the manipulation and control of victims through drugs. According to the lawsuit filed against Combs, he is accused of using a cocktail of illegal substances, including ketamine, ecstasy, and amphetamines, to subdue and control his victims. These drugs, often administered under the guise of party favors, were reportedly used to disorient and incapacitate the women involved. Ketamine, a dissociative anesthetic, is known for its ability to induce a sense of detachment from reality, while ecstasy and amphetamines serve as stimulants, heightening the effects of intoxication and making victims more susceptible to coercion. For many of the victims, the impact of these drugs was devastating. The emotional, psychological, and physical toll of being drugged and coerced into sexual activities is immeasurable, and it has left lasting scars on the lives of those affected. These revelations have sparked outrage, not just from the victims, but also from those who have followed Combs's career for decades, watching him rise from a young talent scout in the 1990s to a mogul who seemed untouchable. The public persona versus the legal reality. One of the most striking aspects of this case is the contrast between Combs's public persona and the gravity of the allegations against him. For years, Combs was synonymous with success. As the founder of Bad Boy Entertainment, he helped launch the careers of some of the biggest names in music, including Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. He was seen as a self-made millionaire, a man who had risen from modest beginnings to become one of the most influential figures in hip-hop. His parties were legendary, his influence undeniable, and his empire seemed invincible. Yet, beneath this polished exterior, a different reality may have been playing out. The allegations now levied against Combs depict a man who used his position of power to manipulate, control, and abuse those around him. The shock factor for many is not just the nature of the accusations, but the person at the center of them. For years, Combs had been viewed as a figure who could do no wrong. His charm, confidence, and business prowess masked a potentially darker side to his character. As the legal proceedings unfold, it becomes increasingly difficult to separate the man from the myth. A changing media landscape. The role of the media in shaping public perception of Combs has been undeniable. As each new piece of evidence or audio recording surfaces, the public's view of Combs continues to shift. Media outlets, both traditional and social, have been at the forefront of reporting on the case, fueling both outrage and fascination. Leaked audio recordings, including one purportedly featuring Combs, have added a layer of intrigue, drawing attention to the way that information is now disseminated in real time. In one of the more shocking developments, audio allegedly featuring Combs and other celebrities, including Meek Mill and Beyoncé, surfaced online. In these recordings, Beyoncé reportedly discussed her involvement in Combs's infamous parties, stating that those who attended did so voluntarily, and that any harm experienced was, in her view, a consequence of their own actions. These comments have sparked widespread debate. While some have criticized Beyoncé for appearing to dismiss the gravity of the situation, others have speculated about the pressure she may have faced to participate in these events, given her association with Combs's empire. For Combs, the release of such tapes has only added fuel to the fire. As his trial approaches, every new revelation in the media feels like another strike against his already crumbling reputation. Each piece of leaked information, whether it's a recording, a witness statement, or a new lawsuit, serves to deepen the mystery of who Combs truly is and what he may have done. Family support and public perception. Throughout the legal proceedings, one constant has been the presence of Combs's family. During court hearings, his children and mother have frequently been by his side, offering support during what is undoubtedly a tumultuous time for the music mogul. In one particularly poignant moment, Combs was seen smiling and blowing kisses at his family after a hearing, offering a glimpse of vulnerability amid the storm of legal and media scrutiny. Despite the intense nature of the charges, Combs has remained resolute in his defense. His legal team has continuously maintained that he is innocent of all charges, asserting that the allegations represent a gross misinterpretation of consensual activities. Combs's attorney, Mark Agnello, has gone so far as to call for a speedy trial, arguing that his client is eager to clear his name and defend himself against what he describes as false accusations. Yet the question remains, Is this the face of a man genuinely seeking justice, or a calculated move to garner public sympathy? Some legal experts suggest that the emotional display in the courtroom could be part of a larger strategy to sway public opinion and influence the outcome of the case. Others argue that it is a reflection of the immense personal toll the charges have taken on Combs, who now finds himself fighting not only for his freedom, but for the future of his career and his legacy. The stakes of the trial. As the trial date draws nearer, the stakes continue to rise. The charges against Combs are among the most serious ever levied against a figure of his stature. If convicted, Combs faces the possibility of a life sentence, which would not only end his career, but also irreparably damage his reputation and legacy. For many, the trial represents more than just a battle for Combs's freedom. It is a symbol of the larger fight for accountability in the entertainment industry. The entertainment world is no stranger to scandal, but this case stands out because of the scale of the alleged abuse and the prominent position of the accused. Combs's empire, which once represented the pinnacle of success, is now under intense scrutiny, and the trial could set a precedent for how cases of sexual abuse and exploitation are handled in the future. Legal experts suggest that the outcome of this case will have far-reaching implications, not only for Combs but for the entire industry. If he is convicted, it could lead to a seismic shift in how power and accountability are measured in Hollywood, challenging the notion that some figures are untouchable. Conclusion: the end of an era? As the legal battle between Sean "Diddy" Combs and the U.S. government continues to unfold, it is clear that the outcome will have a profound impact on the entertainment industry. Whether or not Combs is ultimately convicted, the mere existence of these charges has forced the industry to confront uncomfortable truths about power, abuse, and exploitation. The case is not just about one man's fate. It is a reflection of the larger issues that plague Hollywood and the music industry. The trial, set to begin in May, promises to be one of the most closely watched in recent memory, as it brings to the forefront the darker side of fame and fortune. This unfolding drama has already altered public perception of Combs, and as new details continue to emerge, the question remains: what will the future hold for the man once known as Puff Daddy? And how will this case reshape the narrative of celebrity in America? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the legacy of Sean "Diddy" Combs will never be the same again.